All right. Has anyone tried to open an account in Jira yesterday or day before yesterday?
Yes, I did, but I didn't create any project. So just the
Okay, but you
uh,
can able to see that. Okay, I'll just quickly
yeah.
open account in Jira, then like we'll proceed with that, right? So just go to their official website.
So I did uh, that night, like Rafiba told us whatever you need to do. So I did it, but yeah, I cannot get the like
Mhm.
whole thing.
Okay, let me work with you guys. Okay, email address. Hold on. All right. Once you'll be here, basically, that's your site, right? They say your site. So your site, I can put, let's say, AI fast dev means AI first step. Now, why I need to put that site? So this is the URL. So this site, like once you'll be joining in the office, right? So they're gonna give you the Jira access and they're gonna give you a link. So the link basically it depends on the company how they set up the link. So normally like if you work for let's say ABC company, right? So normally they put like ABC dev means like it's a development team or ABC dev 1, ABC dev 2. So basically like whatever the platform they're trying to manage the whole projects, they just put the initial site name on it, and based on this site they can identify all the project work, right? So I just put like AI first dev, then put agree. So it's coming up. I think they're going to give a 15 days trial. Before it was 30 days. Now they're going to give you 15 days trial. Okay, so here basically you can skip it, or I would prefer to select software development because we're working on the software development, right? Now, what exactly you are going to do? Development. This is basically the role, right? So I will like just skip that. But here there's like, what are the main tasks you are going to perform using this Jira? Just go away. Okay, they just skip it. All right. I think it's gonna be landed with the project work directly. So it's coming up with the template. Okay, so the previous screen, basically you need to select like once the company trying to work with each individual team, they need to mention like exactly what type of work they need to done. Based on that, they just mark the checkbox and hit continue. So I'll just continue with the basic one. Then I need to put the project name on it, right? Let's say put the project name Facebook. Then I need to select the template, which template I'm working with. That if my company is following the Scrum methodologies to develop that software, I need to select the Scrum, create. Just need to skip that. So now you see the Jira account is already open and is ready to use for your particular projects. Okay. Now, Rashu, are you there?
Yes, you try. You select the Scrum one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hand it over to you. Okay, before that, so do you guys have any questions to how to open account in Jira? If you do any questions, you can ask me or you can watch this video because I'm gonna send you that video link at the end of the class. So it's very easy to open a Jira account. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I'll just stop sharing my screen and I'll hand it over to.
So how many of you still can open? I mean, Jira is in front of you. Anybody is there who still can't?
I have when I went on Scrum, it doesn't take me to the roadmap or anything of the sorts where Imran got to, like, gets me to a different page, like says team manage, company manage, set up and maintained by your team, essential feature, advanced feature. It doesn't.
So you select the wrong one. So I'm gonna send you this video. Take a look at that one more time. You can use as a different Gmail account and you're able to set up the Jira account. Okay, Rashu, you can share your screen. So
Yeah. And I know it's really sometimes complicated in the beginning. Okay. Even once you already have some account in your machine, like me, I'm having trouble also. When I'm every time trying to create from the scratch, it always bring me to my one. So I know it's a little bit problem, but the thing you do, you create at least 1 or 2 email account, okay? And one every time when you open your browser, try to check which browser you are, log in with. So sometimes if you log in with the same browser account, Gmail account, you have to use the same one when you create the Jira account. So there are some multiple obligations. I know. It's not that difficult. So if you have any trouble, the best solution we have to do next class or next weekend team discussion, we can remote your machine and then we can help you out. Okay. All right. So you guys can share my, see my screen. Hello.
Yes.
I can see your screen.
You can see, right? Everybody can see, right?
Right.
Yes.
The thing is, I just open like so it's a service project, right? As the left side.
Service, Jira Service Management.
Yes.
Or even Jira software would be fine. Okay.
Okay.
Even like you can see my UI and the one Imran just create is not even little bit changes because you will have this option as well. Okay. Reporting and that, but this is not that important. So main things you need to have backlog, active sprint, your roadmap. That's it.
Okay.
So even if you don't have this template, no problem. Okay, the one he showed you guys now, that would be fine though.
My one is kind of like different. Like
actually, I tell you guys, you know what? Even the company have their own customized UI for Jira. Okay. You might not see the same layout. The layout can be different. So don't worry about it. The main things you need to know about the terminology, about the steps, and how you create the tickets and everything, okay? So the layout might be different. Even in your company, when you start work with Jira, the layout wouldn't be same. Even the bigger company have their own Jira, the licensed one, where they can custom their template, their layout and everything. So yeah. So let's get start now. Hello, recording. All right. So just go over again. You guys understand about the Agile and Scrum, right? So the Agile have some main principles, and how we can achieve those principles. We can achieve those principles through Scrum framework, okay? And to run the Scrum framework smoothly, we need a tools, okay? There are multiple tools. There are like Jira tools. There are TeamCity, okay? Version 1. These are the Agile tools or Agile tools to achieve our Agile methodology, okay? So in Jira tools, mostly what the main task we need to do, we have to create a project, okay? The first things. So now I will show you guys how to create a project, right? So I'll show you guys from the scratch. So just try to focus and follow the steps. So go to create, select your framework, use the template. Let's see, we select this one. And now name it. So let's see, we will work on for Amazon project, okay? So then I put it Amazon, create the project. So the project already created, right? So now, after create the project, can anybody tell me who is the person playing this role? Create a project, create a backlog, and adding the team member or users in the project. Who is the person?
Scrum Master
No, anybody else?
or business owner? Oh, sorry.
No.
Product owner?
Yes,
The product
very
owner.
good. Yes, the product owner. Okay. So now what we are doing, this is the main role for product owner. So we are acting like a product owner. Okay. So the product owner have everything. He already gathered all the documents, everything get done. Then he go for creating a project. Okay. So the project name can be based on his client. So like, let's say as example, we create a project for Amazon, okay? So after create a project, now he gonna decide who will be the person he want to involve in this project. So go to the corner settings button, click on the user management side. Then after going to user management side, here are the options like I put myself in, you have to put some email address, actually not like that. Let's see, I put ABC underscore Dave at gmail.com. Okay, then I add XYZ underscore QA at gmail.com. Then I add what? OPL underscore Scrum Master or let's say business analyst. Okay. So let's see. All right. So we add these member in our project. Okay. It's done. We already add it. So if you need to invite more people, you can use this button and invite them. So it's done. Now, what we have to go, then we have to go to backlog. Okay. So in the backlog, still product owner is working, remember. Okay, so the product owner at first create a version. What is version? Version is nothing, it's just like in the same project, they maybe have the limited time frame, right? So the version is basically the time frame for the entire project. Okay, because now he's start working with the entire project. Okay, so maybe the time frame would be Like, so the name can be Amazon 01, okay? And the description is not needed, but you just put like our goal is to meet up deadline. And then project will be for, let's see, for 1 year, okay? Or maybe for 7 months, okay, why is doing that? Okay, no, make it for 1 year. Okay, so create it. So the version has done. So this entire project will be for 1 year, version done. Then what? Then we have to go for create an epic. Now come to this point. I discussed earlier about epic. I tell you one more time. So the epic is basically nothing, but is just there are 3 questions you have to remember. Okay, what are we trying to achieve? I mean, under this project, what we are trying to achieve. This answer is epic. That means if your project is Amazon, Amazon is what? It's like an e-commerce site, right? So we want to achieve through Amazon purchase item through online. That's the main ultimate goal. Okay, so that is actually epic. So the epic have a 3 question: what we are trying to achieve, what is required to the epic, that is called features. Okay, then there are some under the features, how we will achieve it. That could be multiple tasks. Okay, so the main thing is what we're trying to achieve. Then what is the requirement to achieve it? How are we gonna achieve? How are we gonna achieve the epic, right? Through some different features, which is called stories. And how we'll make it happen, these stories, through some steps, which is called task. Okay, so there are 3 things. One is epic, one is stories, and one is task. So we start with the epic. So when epic has no functionalities, it has nothing, it's just a body of your project, like I said earlier. So the epic, you will write down what are we trying to achieve? What are we trying to achieve through Amazon? So we are trying to achieve like through the application, people can purchase, I don't know if spelling guys can be mistake, purchase their item online. Okay. So there will be summary as well, no need for now. So then you can go for creating. Oh, sorry, it needs some summary. Okay, you can use the same one. Okay. All right. So online. So, okay, we can make it same, no problem. So the epic already created. So after epic, what is the next step? So then we have to create our stories, right? Then you have to go here and click on it. Then this page will appear. You see, we are working for this project, Amazon, right? Then type. What we'll make? We'll make a stories. Stories is actually what? Stories is features, right? So then story, okay. We will start, I mean, the first things would be login. Okay. And then, okay. And then who is the person? Login. Actually, I should add product owner here. Anyway, so product owner is not in. Anyway, I assign myself. I'm the reporter. Need no blocks yet, no version yet. We have a priority, so we'll make it high priority. Okay, I mean how early or how important these features, how quickly we want to make it. Okay, so it depends on the priority. So we can create a level. So level is something based on this. When you have 100 of features or stories, it will be easier to sort it. Okay, so this level actually we are using it as a sort base. You can put it like else to figure it out quickly. Sorry. Okay. And then there is a link. Okay. So we have no link yet and sprint not yet, and then go for create. So the story, the first story already created, right? So now we have to create multiple stories like this. I mean, multiple features like this. So product owner will create like this, or he has the documents already. So the document shows how many features or how many stories he need under this epic or under this project. Okay. So he will list down one by one everything like that. All right. So then let's create one more. Let's create one more story. Okay. All right. So let's create. Okay, the same thing. So here you see here you have a attachment option. Like if you have any use case or any documents under these stories, you can add it here. Okay, you can browse and add it here. So you can put the description. Okay, so description should be something like that. User can log in to their application. User can log into their application with their valid credential. That can be description. So that's same things like that. You can, like you can, I can assign to me or you can assign to anybody here. Okay. Like the, I mean, team member already add or user already added. So you can assign it to any of the team member. So then you can go for create. Okay, remember this one, I forgot to add the description. So I can still go and add it here. So the description would be same, just do some copy paste, guys. Don't have time. So this is the good thing in Jira, okay? If you go to work on Excel sheet, the same things. You don't have chance to copy paste like that quickly. So, okay, done, save. All right, so we already create our stories, right? So after create stories, log in, log out. Just make it 2. It will be simple, then you can go quickly. So after create a story, what we have to do? Then the product owner create the stories like this. Let's see, maybe 100 stories like that, right? And then what he gonna do? He gonna call a meeting, right? What does that meeting name? I mean, what does that meeting? How we can say that? What type of meeting is that? Any guys remember what meeting he can call at this stage? The product owner. Guys, are you listening me? Hello.
I can hear you, Russell.
Yes, but
Okay. Anybody have idea in this stage what kind of meeting product owner will call?
Sprint meeting?
Yes. So he will have a sprint planning meeting. Okay. And in this sprint planning meeting, what he gonna do? He's gonna go up here. After the meeting, he will go to give a sprint or a story point. Okay. Remember in last class, we tried to explain those things, right? So after the meeting, they're gonna decide which story need how long time. Okay. So then he knows this story. I mean, he had a meeting with developer and the QA and business analyst, Scrum Master, right? Everybody was there. So everybody decided, like, okay, for these stories, we need this much time. So as such, we give 0.3, go up to here. Then here, log out, we can give 5. Okay, so his story point has done. And now we have to drag in this here. Okay. Okay, so okay. And then we have to create our sprint. All right, so now we go to create a sprint. Okay. Okay. So once you start a sprint, okay, you have to create your sprint. So in sprint 1, we give it how many days? 2 weeks. Okay, so the 2 weeks start from today and it will end after 2 weeks would be this. Okay, sprint goal. Just write down something like who you will apply or release, will release. So, all right, so the sprints start, right? So once you drag down, and then you have to create a sprint and then the sprint will start. And once the sprint start, guys, from the backlog, you see, once we drag it down here, and then we create a sprint with those stories, right? So just think about that. Actually, under this section, you might have so many stories, right? So after the meeting has done, story point has done, then just before you start your sprint, what you're gonna do? You will pick, okay, out of this backlog, how many stories you will work on it or work on the upcoming sprint. So nothing to do, just drag in to the upper scale and then you'll create your sprint. and then just start it, the sprint will start. So once you start the sprint, you can track it down here under active sprint. Okay. So in under active sprint, your sprint already started, right? So then you already put up the duration on it and everything done. Your sprint start, sprint duration, you know, and then add task for every story. Then go to backlog again. So to achieve this login, you need to have some steps, right? What you will do, you need to work on it. You have to add your steps. So how you can do that? All right, go to here. Okay. So once you have active sprint, go up to here, click from the active sprint, go to this page, and then to complete this login, you have to come up with, you have to go on with steps, right? You have to create so many subtasks. So now the QA and dev, both teams start work on it. Okay, they already pick up their stories, which is logging. Now both dev and QA team start their work. Okay, so their stories is login. So to complete the login stories, what they're gonna do? They have so many tasks, right? What are the tasks? In last class, just go over again. In the last class, we check up to here, right? These are the tasks for dev team. They will understand requirements, design, coding, this and that. And the QA will do this task, okay? Okay, so just what we're gonna do then? All right, so go to create task. The task would be understand requirement. All right, then what you're gonna do? You will design. Then what you do, you will coding, right? Coding. This, I mean, we are now in the development phase, in the dev phase. Okay. So then what you do, you will do unit test, integration test, unit test, right? Then what you do, you will do your code review. You make it simple so that we can cover up quickly the whole process. And then the dev team task has done, right? And now once dev will done their stuff, okay, this is here you can see the, you can do your changes, or on the other hand, just close this for now. You can go to your active sprint. Oh, this is already in the active sprint, right? So when dev team, these are the tasks, he already know what to do. He already understand. When he start, I mean, working on it, working on that task, he'll make it in progress status in this stage, okay? When he done it, he will put it in done section. It will be done. Then same thing, design, he start design. When he done it, he will come up to here. So actually, guys, it's very easy, right? It's like scroll, and then in the real world, it will not be like that. When you will start really try to understand the requirements, you will do that action, right? When you do that, you will come up to Jira and change your status. So this is where the progress, I mean, the project will going on, okay? So in progress, you done it, done it, done it, all done, right? Twice. don't know. Don't worry. Go to your backlog. Okay. You can even change up to here. To-do list, in progress, view workflow. Even you can see those stuff from here as well, right? You can make it done like that. So these all done. These all done. These all done. Okay. Everything done. So go back to login again. From your active sprint. All right. So now, oh no, we still have many things to do. So the dev team has done it, right? So now, okay. Dev team done it, make it also done. So now dev team already done their part, right? So the tester also now is done their part as well. So they will do the same, understand the requirement, then create a test plan. Okay, so I make it in short, understand requirements. Then they will write their test case. Okay. Then what they're gonna do? They have test plan, test case, and then they will execute their test case. Okay. And then they will report it to the dev team if there is a bug. Okay, so after execute, if there is any issues, they will report it to the dev team. So I'll show you guys how to create it. Okay, so if nothing happens, if there is something wrong, dev team will fix it and send it to them. So he will retest it. Okay. Okay. So once you already prepare your steps, okay, you will now start working on it. So it's done. So you will try to understand your requirements. Once you touch it, you will put it in progress level. Okay. Once you done it, put it in done level. Sorry. Active sprint. All right. Okay. So once you done it, make it done. Once you start working on it, make it in progress. Once you're done, change the status. So this is right now, I'm just clicking on it, but you can imagine, right? In your real work, you actually doing it, okay? So you will not just playing around with your click. In real work, what you are doing, that means you have some action on it, okay? So gradually like this, you will work on it and you will come up to Jira and do your changes so that entire team can track your progress, because in this platform, you involve everybody, entire team, right? Even your Scrum Master is there. So we have a task for login. Then likewise, let's create task for logout. The task could be the same. I don't want to make it bigger. So same things like understanding requirement, then design, then you will coding or development. Like that, guys, unit test. Then after unit test, integration test, code review, this and that. So finally, you will deploy. So likewise, the dev developer will do his job, progress done, like that. Okay, progress done. So in both way you can do that. You can do that in active sprint. You can just move it, drag it down in progress, and here also you can do that. So many ways you can. So the tester also do the same, understand the requirement. Then he will write the test case. Then he will execute the test case. Then he will retest it if there is an issue, right? So let's make it retest it. So do the same things. He will also touch it, do it, and then done it. So he pick it, then in progress, then in done. Same like we in done options, right? Okay, so here also you can do like this, drag it here, drag it here, drag it here. So in both way you can do that. Okay, drag it here, drag it here, drag it here. So in both way you can play around with that. Drag it here. So all updated, right? Go to your backlog. Now see how it look like. This cross means this already done. This is not cross, means there is something is still pending. Okay, go to that, open it. Why is not open? Go to active sprint. Go to here. Then there is something pending. This is our login, right? Hold on. Okay, 100% done. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't change here. Okay, here you have to done it. So this both work has been done. So in Jira, there is actually two phases. Okay, there is a one phase where you will do your Scrum activities. So in the Scrum activities, who are the people involved? There are product owner, there are developer, there are Scrum master, and there are QA team, right? So in this phase, everybody is working from their part. Okay. So here in this phase, all we are working with the same stories, right? So as a tester, you have another job to do. What is the main job? You have to create your test case, then you have to execute it. And if you have any problem, you have to create your bug, right? That's your actually ultimate main goal. So let's see if you have, while you are in the project, in this phase, in the backlog stage, if you have any issues, okay, it's a common issue. So, or you maybe another way can say, if you need to create a ticket, I mean, create some, you need to report something. So how to do that? Commonly also you can work from here, go to create and just come up to here, change your story. Here, what you can do, you can change it to this way. You can go here, create a bug, okay? And then, let's see, I find out a problem in the login phase, right? Or maybe I find out issues about the entire project. Anything can be. So like login phase. Okay, that's my issue. Okay. So then if there is any components, you can put it there. If you have the description, you can put it there. Description is like that, how it failed. Okay. After enter all the hidden login but does not work. Okay. Even you can add here picture. Okay. In a real time, you have to have a screenshot on it, and then you can add it here so they can understand the developer to whom you are actually assigning it, to the developer, or actually it can be for anybody, you know. You can be reported to your product owner as well, but mostly developer. So then fixed version. You see, when you have a multiple project for the same, multiple work in a same project, so that's why version is needed. You see, so here I can pick the version. So for a product owner, it will be easy for him to understand this report comes for which project, because the product owner or the managerial admin team, they are not working for a single project. They have a multiple project. Okay. So, and login fail, of course, is the highest priority. You can change it, level, not that important. And then it's a blocker. Yes. If it is blocked by someone else, you can, link, if there is a multiple, if just think about that, there is a functionality features, okay? Like checkout the item. So the checkout item, this entire functionalities or entire module can be blocked by something else as well. So just imagine this way. When you are checking out the item, you have so many steps to overcome, right? You have to bring it to the cart. After adding in the cart, you can go to your payment section. After complete the payment, then you can finally end your checkout point, right? So there are multiple, functionalities involved in it. So in this section, you can add it. It blocks by another features like payment, something else. You can mention it here. Okay. And then you can mention the issues, right? Issue for which feature, right? Login. And then you can assign it to developer and your sprint. Oh no, sorry. Okay, this is Amazon sprint. So then you can create it. Okay, so once you go to your backlog, and you can see this login fail is actually a bug. We found a bug, right? And this bug is already reported, and we can see it in the backlog. So the person you assign it, he will be notified through his email, okay? And he gonna work on it. So once he start work on it, same thing happen. He will create the, issue again, and then that issue also he can have some multiple tasks and he can move in. Okay, so this is how it will go. So this I just show you when you create a common issue. So you can create an issue from a single stories in another way as well through your test cases. Okay. So now come up to the second phase. Okay. In our second phase, actually I already have things. So in our second phase, what we gonna do? We will work on our test case. Okay. So as a QA, the main things you will work on it, create your test case, update it, execute it, and tracking the bug and report it. That's your main job. Okay. So using Jira, how you can do that? You have to go to the app. In the apps, you can go to actually explore in this space. then you can have Jaifer. I already have Jaifer, so I'm not picking on it. So when you already have your Jira account, you can go to the apps and check this Jaifer. I'm not getting it because I already have it. Okay. So let's go to back to my project. So under this Jaifer scale, you can create your test case, you can update it, and you can execute it. Okay. So create the Jaifer scale. All right. So click here to enable. So it will be enabled. Okay. So from here also you can create your test case, or here clicking here you can create your test case. Okay. So before that,
Basically, what we are writing in Excel.
in your yeah, you already know how to write test case as in your Excel sheet, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So the same things you can use even that one here as well. Here, using this plugin, you can import it. There is an option. This one, I don't have that option because it's not a paid person. Okay. But your company, you might have that option. You can import that one. Or on the another way, I can say, actually in the real work, you should have your Excel handout. Then it will be easy for you to work on the Jira. Okay, because you already have a draft one, you can just copy paste, or you can go through on it and change and do your changes in your Jira tool. Okay, so either way you can go on with your project. So you guys are understanding, right? The flow.
Yes, yes.
Any blockers, any things you guys want to ask me? Moving to the next phase. Before moving to the next phase, any question, guys? So the first phase, what I showed to you guys, how a product owner create a backlog, and how we pick up how we pick up the stories from the backlog and then start our sprint. Okay. And after sprint started, how the developer team and the QA team start work on it. Once they have done their job, then how they finally go to the next phase. Okay. So as a QA, you have another things to do. Once developer already done their part, they will deploy it, right? Once you already get your build, once they already deploy in the what? Anybody is trying to say something? Okay. So then is done. Then as a QA, you already have your test case ready, right? Or maybe you don't have ready. You can create it here as well. So how to do that? Go to create test case. Okay. So what is our story? Login, right? So under this login, what we're gonna do? Validate login button. Validate login. Okay. What is the objective? User can log in to their account, right? So the precondition what? You guys remember, right? How you write down, how you know to write a test case in the Excel sheet, right? Follow the same things. So the precondition has to be what? Open the URL. And then status, these are not that required. These are not that very required. You can make it like this, do the changes. Who is the owner means who is writing it, who actually making this writing this test case. and you can estimation time, this and that, okay? After you write it down up to here, just click on save. You have to save it, okay? So then you have to go to your test script. So we are doing what? Validating our login. So how we will validate? You have to write down here the steps. What will be your first steps? Remember, guys, you guys should know. Click on login button. Or you can start with from here. Open the first. You can open URL. Is there any test data for that? Yeah, you can write this here, www.amazon, right? On expected result URL will be open, right? So like that, create your test, more step, add-on step. Just a minute, guys. Okay, so then what? Then step 2, click on what? Click on login button. All right. No test data. Actually, this will not be in real case. There are so many credentials for login. Just I made it simple. Okay. So login. Login page will open. Okay. Then what? You have to fill up, enter your username and password, right? Enter username and password. Yeah, if you have a test data, write down it here like that. Of course, you have a test data for that. Expected result, what? User can able to, sorry. Okay. User can able to input written data. Okay. So like that. So you already have your steps, then execution will be later on. If you have any traceability attachment, if you have any supporting document for that test case, you can add up to here. If you have comments on it, like that. Okay. So okay. So we have done our case. All right. Oh, sorry. Okay. So we already write down the test case heavy. This always have a problem. Test script. Let's go to test case. So we already done our test case, right? Here actually we need to create one folder as well. So under that folder, we can have all the test case. So this folder can be logged, right? So under that folder, we can have actually, we need to create a test case, okay? So, yeah. So when you go to your test case, I think there is another way to add this title. All right. Okay. Login, actually, we can add up to here. Actually, we should create that test case under this, or you can go ahead and write down your test case another way. No, either way you can do. like that, you have a test plan here. If you have any report, you can do it here. And I mean, it's a very interesting tool, guys. So you can do it in either way. Okay. So, all right. The problem. Okay. So we already write down our test case. Once we already have a test case, then our test case is ready. Okay. Once we ready or done with our test case, what we have to do? We have to create our test cycle. So I think one test file. One now. Go to test cycle. Okay, so now we do what? We will start our execution for the log. We will validate the login button, right? So we will start the test cycle. We will start our execution. So how to do that? Validate login can be okay. Description would be what? Description is not that important. Same like that, you have so many things to change here, you know, ashram, this, that, owner, like that. You have planned when you want to start and when you want to finish, like that, and then save it. Okay, and then go to test case. Okay, so we already write down our test case, right? So what you can do, you can go to here and create test case. This is the problem. Go up to here. Okay, so this is our test cycle. Go to edit. Okay, under edit, validation login, and then save it. Zero test case. Go to test cycle. Come up to here, edit it. Zero test case. Why I can get my test case, what I written. Okay, let's create another one.
No, Rashu, go back to your test case.
Mm-hmm.
You have the test case ready, right? Go
Yeah,
to details. Okay, click on the test case icon at the top. So you can see the first phase of the test. No, not the script.
this one you mean?
Yeah.
There are multiple ways.
Okay, click on the login. Under the login folder, they have the test case.
No. Actually, I can show you again. There is another way.
No, all you need to do is just run the test case for the execution.
Yeah. So actually we have to create, I mean, again under that. So this is here, many way it can be done.
Yeah, just click on that.
Yeah.
You see the right click on the run. Yeah, click on run.
It won't be, because the first thing I have to do under
Did you write the step?
I have to write a test case, but I don't know why I can find that. Anyway, I can create it here. Validate login, save it. Still is at 0. So anyway, I can add one. I can create one test case. Okay. So validate login. That's it. Save it. Save it. Then test case. Again. Then go to your, okay. Then go to test cycle. Run it. Okay, go to edit. Go to here. add your test case. Okay, now it will be okay. So you can add it here, you save it. Okay, now go to your test cycle, go to here, go to run, and you can see this page happen. I mean, that is not tricky. I mean, just we need to save it actually, guys. So there was a problem. So every time when I save it, it actually not saved. But it's a little bit bug in this step. In this step, always it happens. I don't know still why. You have to save it. So sometimes the save doesn't happen. Anyway, guys, so your test case already ready. Then after making a test case, you have to go to create your test cycle. Once you create your test cycle, you have to add your test case, what already pre-ready, right? Once you add it under that cycle, then you have to run your cycle. Then this page will appear, okay? So you will have the video, so you can follow those steps one more time. No worries about that. You already know how it happens. All right, so we already now in the phase of execution, right? So the test case we already have done. Now we are executing on it. What we are doing, we are validating our stories, okay? So before validating, why we have just one stage? Okay, actually this test script doesn't have much more step. All right, so okay. Actually, I should create more step. Anyway, I just show you quickly. You guys have so many steps like that. Okay, like I said, when we create a test case, we create what? Click on the login button. I mean, open the URL, click on the login button. These all are steps, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So once you already come up to this page, you will have ready all the steps, go one by one. So now you do what? You actually go to your main page, right? You write down what? Go click on the login button, or let's say sign in button. So physically you come up to this in your page and you will click it, and you know it is clickable. So then come back here again, match with your case steps, steps, and then you know your experience, your expected result. And then if your expected result is passed, it meet up your result, then you can change it here. Or if not passed, change it here, or go to settings button. If you have any, you can make here blocked. So you have many options here, okay? Not executed in progress. From here, you can have all the options, right? So let's see, we have issues here. Actually, login failed. So what you're gonna do, you'll go and create an issue. You write down here, failed, same like that one. But in this time, we are creating related with that specific stories and specific steps, okay? In where the block happened, so they can track it quickly. So login fail in which stage? In the first stage, okay? So like that, login fail, you can have a description, you can have a screenshot or everything, you can attach your file, then you can create it, okay? And you can also report it to the person to whom you want to report, okay? Oh, sorry, this is a reporter. You are the reporter. And then here is more like it is very high level. Then you have more options in which environment you got stuck. If you have any related documents on it, prove it. All the options you have. Then to whom you are reporting it. You are reporting it dev, right? So select the dev. You will have a particular name actually, maybe Raju developer or Tanvi developer, like that at the rate Gmail or just name. Then go to create. So this issue will be created. There is a blocked, right? Okay. So actually we don't have time. Otherwise I can have many more steps and I can show it. I'll show it, I promise you guys, in our coming up session, okay? I want to show it more detail. So today I'm a little bit faster because of the time. So after that, then you do what? Like that, you have so many steps for under that story, right? All the steps, you done it from your part like that. And then finally, if you want to know the result, okay, final result, you don't need to go one by one. You just click it here, play on it, and then after that, it will give you a final result. In the meantime, if we go to the backlog, what is your main landing page? And under that backlog, you can see here that block, that report here already showing up. Okay. Why this is been, oh, okay, because there I didn't change, that's why. So here already assigned person, you see. So everybody can track it down. There is a blocker, blocked, and this already assigned. You are the reporter to whom you report it is already showing up here, okay? Even if you go to your graphical again, go to your test case again. Oh, sorry, you can go to now your test cycle, okay? So, okay. Oh, test case. So go to your cycle. You see the result. So this test done 100%, but there is a blue color. That means there is a blocked, right? So your test already executed. So this is it. You've done. So like that, in the report, you have many things to do. I'm not going to do that. It's not that important as well because the report things will be done by mostly from Scrum Master or maybe your management side or the lead. So until up to this would be your work and your main ultimate job to do every day. So guys, anybody have any question up to now? Hello?
I think you cover a lot of things today.
Yeah, I know it
um,
will go out of your head, but I think when you will try with your own hand, you will come up with more questions and let me know in your
Okay,
weekend
so
tutorials.
Rashu, I just need to cover a little bit stuff on it. So basically, like what you can see for today's class is nothing but like as we start working our training for the first phase, right? So we are gonna come up with the requirements. After the requirements, start the projects, stories. Out of the stories, we are trying to come up with the scenario, writing the stories, then test case, execution, write down the bug. So everything is now in Jira. This is one of the most popular tool using by most of the companies. That's why we're trying to show you too how you're gonna use it. So for your homework, I don't want you to work on Jira only because of once you can open that account with your Gmail username and the password, you have only 15 days of access. So if you can work some project on Jira after 15 days, it's no longer valid. You cannot see that at all. So as of now, you can watch those videos.
Imran,
What happened?
actually 15 days, 30 days, it doesn't matter because they can create multiple accounts with using different emails. So it doesn't
Yes, they
matter
can use
really.
it, but like the work they have done with that particular username is gonna lost.
Actually, sometimes no, because I already have my very old one as well. I don't know
I don't
why.
know, like, cause the new criteria I saw today for the Jira,
Okay.
they said like the 15 days trial, cause they added a lot of stuff on it. So maybe like your account is older, so you may see this old stuff on it, but they may not see that for the new account. Because I just checked, because before it was 30 days, now they put 15 days. That's what I'm gonna tell you. So like,
Yeah, the
you
my
can,
one is a 15 days too. Like,
your own is 15 days too, right? That's what I'm going to tell you. Because previously I was having like the 30 days, and like before that it was 90 days. So now they reduced the time basically. So I think you guys already received one email, I think this morning, about the projects, right?
yeah,
So once once you have that email, the instruction, like how you need to work with that projects. So as I told you in the last class as well, so 2 projects you need to done. Make sure you need to done by June 4th. Okay, and watch this video how we can use that Jira. If you could set up at least 1 projects with few stories and at least 1 test case, write down the Jira, watch this video, write down the step by step, so it'd be more clear for you. But the next class, what you're gonna do, we can continue with the same session right after where the Rashu is stopped today. So we can have few more stuff add on with these projects, and we can do few more works on it. Then once we'll be done with the Jira, we're gonna move to the DevOps. All right. So watch this video because you have like at least a week off, because next week we don't have any class, even though this weekend we don't have any class as well. So the next class will be on June 6th, which is Tuesday, same time at 8 p.m. Okay. Before that, by June 4th, finish your homework. Send that homework to the official email, info@AIFR Solution. Okay. We're gonna take a look at that. I'll send you like the review, and like if you have any issues, any errors or anything else on that projects, or do I need to correct you yourself? So like I can give you the another session for you guys to go over all the test case. Then you can have multiple projects knowledge for, because like maybe the Arif gonna pick like 2 different companies, Najia gonna pick the different companies. So you can see a lot of functionalities coming up, and how you're gonna write the different companies, different functionalities and different test cases, and like different scenarios. You can see a lot of stuff on it. By the time, like if you do have any concern with this week, which the week is the next week, we're gonna put in the off. So no class for that week. If you have any concern, any questions, you guys have the WhatsApp group, right? Write it down, any concern or questions in the WhatsApp group, I'll reply that. And if you have, if you want to talk to any team member, like in your whole group, you can do that as well. It's up to you guys. If you think like, okay, let's say like you can pick 1 or 2 person to sit together, working together with the projects and discuss sharing some ideas, you can also do that. Just ping me that the WhatsApp group so that you guys can gather together sometimes in online session, and you can do it yourself as well. Because the Zoom account, whatever you create, there's going to be like the free, I think 30 or 40 minutes meeting. You can set it up and you can have your own session, just to like the team collaboration. If you want to, you guys can do it as well. And I think that's all for tonight. Before we leave, do you guys have any questions or not? No questions at all?
we have to review the videos again.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna send you that video tonight, so you have
And
enough.
guys, for your interview point, okay, you might face many questions based on the Jira workflow. Okay, they can ask you how you can give your story point. They can ask you for like how you create your, test case and run it. So you guys have to remember the flow and tell them a little bit about it. Okay. So you have to must practice on it and remember the flow. Okay.
Yeah, that's more important because like once we're gonna sit for the interview session, basically there's a lot of questions coming up, but don't worry about the question and answer. We're gonna give you everything. So as of now, your basic focus to play with the tools. Let's see how you can manage the tools. You do some mistakes, that's why like you can learn something. Let's say like you're trying to create a project, you're not able to create a project, right? Go back to watch this video, then you can create the projects. Means like you do mistakes, then you learn. In Jira, same thing, like add up the stories, add up the test cases, execution. Like once you write the test cases, move that test case to the test cycle, then select that, click on the execution button, right? So do some mistakes, then you can learn it and watch this video. So it's going to be helpful for you to write the test cases and executions and everything on it. Okay, so that's all for tonight. So as I told you, so our next class will be on June 6th, same time, 9 p.m. The link you're gonna use as of today is no longer valid for the next session. I'm gonna send you all the new link so that you can join for the new link from the next 1 month session. So every month you're gonna get a new link for the class. And for the weekend session, as I told you, no weekend session for this weekend and the next weekend. So our next weekend session will be on, let me take a look at that, on 11th of June. So 11th of June, we'll have a weekend session, but that weekend session, I'm pretty sure that's gonna go long. So if you're planning for like at least 2 to 3 hours window, that should be good for all of you, so that like we can cover the projects as well as the Jira, all the questions. So be there, try to attend that, be planned before so that you have enough time. So that Sunday 11th, make sure like we're gonna have a big session with our projects and the Jira. Okay, I think that's all for tonight. And if you guys have any questions, anything, you can reach out to me anytime, as I told you, right? So you can do that too. All right, guys, thank you so much. And that's all for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.